Tell them what's bugging you. Tell them to get lost. Tell them what you believe. Tell them what's on your mind. Tell them the way you see it. Tell them what you believe. You got the right. It's protected by the First Amendment. Speak your mind and vote. It ain't illegal yet.
Okay, I'm going to read you your rights. You have the right to be on television.
Get with it. You have the right to say, yes, baby.
Yes, baby. Yes, baby.
Do it.
You have the right not to remain silent.
You have the right to do the succotash,
The baby doll.
the freedom,
And the groovy way.
You have the right to say
Do it.
whatever's on your mind.
You have the right to vote.
Use it or lose it.
Can't touch this.
There's some people running around America who don't seem to know what America is all about.
You can't touch this.
They want to censor what you see,
Break it down.
censor what you say, and they want to censor what you hear. But there's one form of expression that they can't censor, not yet, and that's your right to vote.
Stop.
They can't touch that.
The First Amendment to the Constitution of the United States of America. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech. The First Amendment gives you the right to choose what you hear, what you say, and what you think. Express yourself. Vote.
Hello, my name is Anthony, and I'm here today to talk to you about what I consider to be the most beautiful and powerful ingredient of this democracy that we call America. And that ingredient is freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom of artistic expression, and freedom of choice. Unfortunately, there are certain very closed-minded factions that are attempting to steal that freedom away from us. So if you care about what I'm talking about like I do, then you're going to register to vote.
I never voted before because I didn't feel I had a reason. Now I do. Nobody can tell me what kind of songs I'm going to sing. So I'm going to register to vote right now. There.
There are two things you can do about censorship. You can do nothing, or you can vote. If you don't do anything, you may not be able to buy the albums, or read the books, or see the movies that you want. If you vote, you can tell the people who make decisions that we won't remain silent any longer. Remember, your vote is your voice.
If you think you're free, try buying a 2 Life Crew album in Florida, or getting a good education in Harlem. Is the government of this country responsive to your needs? Well, if not, exercise your right to vote, but exercise it quickly, because like all rights, it can be taken away. Yo, your vote is your voice.
In 1939, the rights of German citizens went up in smoke. In America today, the flame of censorship is once again burning brightly. Put out the fire. Register to vote. Your vote is your voice.
Hi, I'm Louie with Los Lobos. It's time for us all to do something about our future. That means me and you too. There's never been a more important time for you to express yourself. So if you're 18 and a U.S. citizen, register and vote.
All those politicians in office in Washington, they're the most moral among us, aren't they? So it makes sense that they should tell us what we read, what we listen to. And if that makes sense, maybe they should listen into our phone calls to see if we have an impure thought from time to time. It's scary, but it's true. That's why you have to shout no with the loudest voice you've got, your vote.
There's a lot of privileges that you get as a celebrity. I have to set an example and grab my friends and say, come on, let's go vote. Serious parties, serious clothes, limos, word. I don't think we really care enough to go vote. But the most important things in my life are things that everyone has access to. Friends, family, spirituality, and the right to vote. It's not a privilege, it's your right. Come on, let's go do it.
These people who are downing your rap music, your hardcore heavy metal, the ragamuffin reggae, they don't hear it, they don't like it because they don't understand your culture. They don't understand what you're all about. Yet, they pass the laws to make sure you don't get to hear or see anything you want to hear and see. That's called a dictatorship, not democracy. Ooh!
If we really want world peace, and
world
we want it right now.
Think about it as you sit home watching MTV.
Break it down.
Not black, not white, not Asian, not Indian, humans. Before you're a race, an occupation, or a color, you're a human being. Vote them out. You'll see things change for the better.
Not too long ago, less than 30 years in fact, some very brave Americans were fighting, even dying, for their and your right to vote. This sacrifice resulted in the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. That's less than 30 years ago. I mean, some of these people may have been your grandparents, parents, brothers and sisters. They took beatings, abuse, even death to ensure that you had a voice. Use it, or else all of that sacrifice means nothing.
Justice will become a reality for all of God's children. I still have a dream.
Rock the vote, don't miss the vote, baby. 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 Cut.
Kid Frost, Latin Alliance. The Latin Alliance forces me to speak out about what's going on in Califas. My eyes gaze upon thousands of Chicanos, for which I see as one. We all are raza, raza, raza. Hispanics can make the change, but you got to vote.
Because I spend a lot of my time in my music complaining about the system, but now that I'm in the system, I got to deal with it the only way I can, and I guess my vote is the only thing that counts. I'm as anti the system as you could possibly imagine, but I'm living in it, and I got to deal with it. Got two options: either vote, hostile takeover. I'm down with either one. And we're youth, we'll have a chance to change things.
Some of you out there think there's no point in voting. Nothing ever changes. It's a waste of time. I have no doubt in my ability to cause change. Don't you know that's what they want you to think? It takes positive people to fight the negative people and stop being so passive. Let's really give them something to be scared of. Vote. I'm not afraid of anything, let alone voting.
Hi, this is Katey Sagal from Married with Children. If you're feeling helpless these days about what you can do to improve the quality of your life, there's one definite solution. Register and rock the vote.
Hi, my name's John Wesley Harding, and I'm from England. And in England, we have to pay to vote, basically, because the government invented this thing called the poll tax. Consequently, they're still in power this time around. In America, it's still free to vote, and anything that's free nowadays is worth doing. So don't cheat yourselves. Register and rock the vote.
Hi, it's Yo-Yo along with the IBWC, encouraging all of our young men and young women to go out and register to rock the vote. We can do it.
Hi, we're all 7.
The powers that be don't want things to change.
If we don't start making choices for ourselves, someone else is going to be there making them for us.
Over 50% of the people in this country are women.
And there are only 2 women in the U.S. Senate.
A woman's place is in the dome.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
Get the donuts out of office.
Hey, this is our year.
Register and rock the vote.
Hey, this is Riki Rachtman. 4 years ago, I didn't vote. Why bother? Now our elected officials are censoring our music. Our elected officials are telling us we've got to wear helmets. How weird does it have to get? Last time, 70% of you didn't vote. This year, I'm going to vote. This year, you should vote. How weird does it have to get? Rock the vote.
Hi, this is Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, and by not voting, you're definitely voting for the winner. Vote. Rock the vote.
This is Jody Watley. You say no one listens. One voice won't be heard. You can't make a difference. But imagine how powerful it would be if everyone who thought that way raised their voices to vote. Even if you think there's no one to vote for, there are issues and ideas that may mean something to you and the way you live your life. So don't shut up, rise up, and rock the vote.
Hey, yo, this is Marky Mark telling you what's up. The president's first term, that's what's up. Hey, yo, I'm not trying to tell you which way you should go, because you can go one way or the other. But I am saying that there is something you should do, like vote. Yo, there's 26 million kids between the ages of 18 and 24. That's enough to make a crazy difference. And together we can make a revolution. And together we can rock the vote. So do that. Peace.
Do you ever get the feeling that no one is listening, that one vote won't be heard? Hi, I'm Michael Bolton. This is not the time for us to be a silent majority. Now, more than ever, it's time to raise our voice. If you're 18 years of age or older and a U.S. citizen, register and rock the vote.
This is Rosie Perez. Now you can sit there on your little soapbox and complain about the world all you want. You can say that drugs are wrong. You can say that racism is wrong. You can say that welfare is wrong. You can say that the lack of financing for our educational system is wrong. But you're just talking out the side of your neck if you don't register and vote. Make the difference. Rock the vote.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is LL Cool J. And if you're 18, you need to register to vote and go vote because it's time for a change and you can rock the vote.
Hi, this is Branford Marsalis.
Use the one tool guaranteed every American citizen to change the problems in our society. Your voice is your vote. Rock the vote.
Hi, I'm Johnny Gill. If you look at the history of African Americans in this country, you'll see that we've always had to fight for recognition. The right to vote wasn't ours until we fought for it. Have we really come a long way since then? Don't let our rights slip away from us. Register and rock the vote.
Hi, we're True. If you look at the history of African Americans in this country, you'll see that we've always had to fight for recognition.
The right to vote wasn't ours until we fought for it. Have we really come a long way since then?
Don't let our rights slip away from us.
Register and rock the vote.
Hey, this is Michael Franti along with my partner Ron O.C.
We are the Disposable Hills of Hiphoprisy.
Coming at you with Here. Can I make a suggestion? In this next election, please make a selection. In any direction.
Come on.
Not just a projection. But vote to get someone good into office. Vote to get suckers out of office. Vote for any reason at
that's
all.
Right.
Come on, Ronald.
Come on.
Yeah, we keep saying our vote won't count, but the fact remains that most of us don't. Take a peep, it's plain to see. This is self-fulfilling prophecy.
Come on.
We don't believe in the system, we holler. We pay taxes, they control dollars. No vote doesn't mean we're protected.
That's right.
Some suckers still gonna get elected. Two things politicians don't find funny, that's people who vote. And their money. We can't just stand there beefing on the corner. If we haven't got the latter, then we better do the former. Let's vote.
Rock the vote.
Rock the vote 92.
That's it.
Everyone out there that's listening to go out and vote. That's right, go out and vote. How do you want to make a change? How do you expect to make a change? We need to make a change. We need you to go out and vote. Hey, yo, get it together, baby. Let's rock the vote.
Hi, I'm BNGB, asking you and yours to register and rock the vote. This is Shanice for Rock the Vote. Not long ago, some very brave Americans were fighting, even dying for their right to vote. This sacrifice resulted in the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. It's less than 30 years ago. Some of the people may have been your grandparents, parents, brothers, and sisters. They took beatings and abuse and even death to ensure you that you have a voice. Use it, or else all that sacrifice means nothing. Hi, this is Tyler Collins for Rock the Vote. You say no one listens? I used to say that too. And you think one voice won't be heard? I used to feel that way too. But imagine how powerful it would be if everyone who thought that way used their voices to vote. So don't shut up, rise up, and make sure you vote, and vote loud.
Hi, this is Faith Ford for Rock the Vote. You say no one listens, one voice won't be heard, but imagine how powerful it would be if everyone who thought that way used their voices to vote. So don't shut up, rise up, and vote loud.
Hi, this is Melissa Etheridge. Do you realize that there are more than 25 million people between the ages of 18 and 24 in the United States, and only a third of them voted in the last presidential election? That means a lot of voices weren't even heard on Election Day. This election, show the politicians you won't be counted out. Speak out and make them responsive to you. Register to vote and rock the vote on November 3rd. Hi, this is Melissa Etheridge. If you look at the history of women in America, we've always had to fight for our rights. And today, there are only 2 women in the U.S. Senate, 1 on the Supreme Court, and 3 governors. Yet women outnumber men in this country. It's time for us to be heard. Help make a change and let your voice be heard. Register and rock the vote.
Yo, what's up? It's real popular in rap music right now to diss the establishment or complain about the establishment's faults. I wanna get with ya. What needs to be popular is getting y'all out there to vote, you know what I'm saying? And take your picture. I'm here to tell y'all if you're 18 or older and you're an American citizen, you got the right to vote. I seen her dancing. You got any complaints, you take it out on them. Peace. Baby got ballet dates with the open
Paul Stanley. And I'm Gene Simmons. We wanted to talk to you about stuff that's important. You didn't vote last time, did you?
That's right. Some of you didn't even register. If you think that keeps the politicians up at night, you're wrong.
Yeah, so do us a favor. Stay at home, eat potato chips, watch MTV. Don't get off your fat behind. Stay home. They like it that way.
That's right. If you don't vote, if you don't register, you keep them smiling.
Sure.
That's good.
Yeah, we all want Bozo the Clown in the White House, don't we?
Yo, what's up, what's up? It's Mike D from the Beastie Boys in the house, FCA.
Yeah, that's me right here. Well, now, what can I do for you, Mike?
We just want to tell you good people at home, all you funky fresh people out there, that you guys might want to vote, make your voice be heard, register, and rock the vote on November 3rd. Yeah.
Hi, this is Kevin Kinney from Driving and Crying. Now more than ever, it's important for you to let your voice be heard about the issues that you care about. So protect your rights and speak out. Register to vote and rock the vote on November 3rd.
Politics is the control of wealth and power.
You are being conditioned to condemn politics as petty and boring,
thus granting all the more control to the powers that be.
You're either a part of the problem or part of the solution. The choice is yours.
Register to rock the vote!
Hi, this is Evan Dando from Lemonheads, asking you to go out and register and rock the vote on November 3rd.
This is Tyson Mead of the Chainsaw Kittens. 4 years ago, I didn't take the time to register and vote. Since that time, censorship is on the rise, the ozone layer is decreasing, and the economy has taken a turn for the worse. If you care about these issues and how they affect your life, it's time to take action. Join me and let your voice be heard this year. Register to vote and rock the vote on November 3rd.
This is Paige,
John, Peter,
and Henry from Helmet,
reminding you not to be lazy.
Get up and rock the vote.
Baby.
Do you ever get the feeling that no one is listening? That one vote won't make a difference? This is Dan Fogelberg, and this is not the time to be in the silent majority. If you are 18 years or older and a United States citizen, it's your right. It's our time. It's time to rock the vote.
If you live in America, you are free to vote and free to protest. You are also free to speak your mind and free to decide what choice is correct for you. Don't take freedom for granted. Vote to keep it strong. If you like to rock, rock the vote. Live free, stay free, let freedom rock. This is a message from Sonic Youth. Please register and rock the vote on November 3rd, 1992. Peace.
This is Joey Ramone of the Ramones. Nothing scares a politician more than a well-educated Ramones fan heading to the ballot box. This election, scare a politician into reality. Register to vote and rock the vote on November 3rd.